I've said before I'm worried there's a ticking time bomb on mortgages. And I need to explain why. There are three reasons. One, obviously, interest rates have gone up very highly on mortgages, and there's predictions they may continue to go up even further. You know, costs are rising, as anybody coming off the end of their fix will know. Costs have risen hugely, many hundreds of pounds a month, typically. But it isn't just that. When mortgage rates go up, everybody to get a mortgage has to pass an affordability test, which includes a stress test of 1% above where they are right now. Right. And I am concerned when mortgage rates goes up, more people will fail the affordability test. Now, if you fail that, that means you'll be restricted at best to your own lender's fixes and at worst, the standard variable rate, which are more expensive. Yeah. So we're not even just talking about the cheap rates, we're talking about more expensive rates. And then third, there is talk about correction in the house price market. Now, nobody knows it will happen, but there is a lot of, you know, the sensible money is that house prices are going to start to drop. Now, if house prices drop, one of the key factors in getting a mortgage is loan to value. How much of your house's current value are you borrowing? Now, if house prices drop, the current value drops, so your loan to value goes up, and that means it's more difficult to get a mortgage. Higher rates, more difficult affordability checks, or fewer people will pass them, and possible house prices coming down in combination is a ticking time bomb. And I think this time, much like I was talking about what was going on in energy 6-8 months before it became the national debate, well, I think next spring, if interest rates go up, and that is an if, the way people are predicting, that will be the centre of the cost of living conversation. Right. People coming off their fixes and fundamentally unable to afford their new mortgage deals. Yeah.
And what might the government have to do?
Well, look, I know the government is relatively worried about me calling for a bailout in the way I called for a bailout on energy, and I don't think we need that at the moment. But I think what the regulator and the government and the Bank of England need to do right now is look at those affordability tests, look at things like mortgage holidays, look at things like allowing people to be more flexible, extend and reduce their terms, and look at forcing the banks, with the extra money they're making by putting mortgage rates up and not putting savings rates up, at much stronger forbearance measures for people who can't pay. Now, if they can do that by Christmas it needs to be done, then we probably won't need a bailout next spring if interest rates go up as predicted. But if they don't get their skates on and do it quickly, then we may be in the position where the only way to sort this out, as we ended up with energy because the warnings were not heeded in time, is that we're going to have to start throwing money at it. There is time. Yeah. There is time. If you're watching, this is proper serious. If you're watching, regulator, Bank of England, government, you need a mortgage emergency plan now, or there's a ticking time bomb.